Hi, Cisco. Hi, buddy. And Mr. Jarvis. Hi, bud. You ready to get out? Darcy, you ready to get out? Hi, guys. How are you? Well, this is a great YouTube episode today because we are off-site. As you can tell, this is a beautiful area. We are at the Latta Plantation in Huntersville, North Carolina, and we're gonna go on a trail ride. So that guy you guys have never seen before because he's not mine. He is a thoroughbred and he is my neighbor's horse, and his name is Cisco. Yes, your name is Cisco, and you're just so cute. And then we have Mr. Big White and Fluffy, and of course Mr. Darcy. So my friend Janet is gonna ride Jarvis, and I'm gonna be on Darcy. And come along, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm hoping this is gonna be a really great trail ride. So we're almost done. We're getting the horses tacked up and almost everybody is ready. Let me see here. I'm gonna bring you down. My friend Janet is gonna ride Jarvis, and that is Cisco and his mom, Crystal. And there's Miss Judy with, I forget your horse's name. Suro, and Suro is Darcy, but way better. He's a Gypsy Banner, and he's just awesome. So
Frisian Gypsy Clydesdale.
yes, awesome. And this is all going to be on YouTube if you guys are okay with that. Okay, good. And hi, Casey. And that is Dusty. So we're all going to go, oh wait, and of course Janet, Karen is on Onyx over there. And she's all ready. And then of course you guys know Sue and Lena from before. So we have a huge group of people. We have a wonderful group of riders from all disciplines and all levels. So we're gonna have a really great time. So stay tuned. So here's our group. Whoops. And we're gonna go across the river, and I don't know what we're gonna do. So there's Jarvis back there, and I think well, everybody's doing so good, and Cisco looks like he's doing good too. And this is so beautiful, you guys. This is so pretty. I'm gonna turn around and watch you. That way you guys can see. How pretty. How beautiful.
The sky opened up, and I swear we had a huge thunder, and all the horses like leaped together and like hit the point. Oh my! They hit like right over there. Yeah, it was terrifying. It was like boom.
How long does it take me to get here? It took about an hour and 45 minutes. But I drove like, since I had all three horses, I drove like 50 miles an hour on the highway. Everybody was so mad at me. I'm like, I have 3 horses in here. You guys are going to have to go around me. Gotta love the butt. This is fun. So we decided to hang out here for just a minute or two, let the horses relax, and check out the new plantation. This is where they had all the reenactments and everything, and it's really cool place. So if you guys are in the Charlotte area, come out and see the plantation and all its history. It's really cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
So we're home. Wow, what a long day. What a really, really long day. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun though. Oh, the boys are out there in the pasture. I don't know what they're doing. Probably eating. Well, they might be over there. But last I saw, they were over here on the other side of the barn. But wow, we had quite a few extra riders show up. We had a walking horse, and we had a thoroughbred. We had a gypsy vanner. We had Darcy and Jarvis, and we had another. I think he's a draft cross. I think she's a draft cross. I'm not really sure. I think she is. I'm not really sure what she is. And then of course the quarter horse. And let me see, I'm making sure I don't miss anybody. We had like 7 people today. It was really great. It was so nice to see everybody come out. And my neighbor who has the gypsy, the thoroughbred, she had a blast. And I didn't catch this on film because I was just hanging out up in front. Like, apparently Darcy likes to be one of the first 2 horses up front. I found this out today. He liked to be with Lena, and the 2 of them, like in Western they call it jogging. In English we call it trotting. It's kind of like a lazy trot. It's not a really big, trot, 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 trot like that. It's more of a lazy trot. It's a little bit softer, a little bit bouncier. He went after the chicken. So it's a little bit lazier. It's a little bit more comfortable to ride, I guess. I don't know. I guess you call it a jog. Like you're not running, but you're not walking, you're jogging. Anyway, Lena likes to jog. She just sits there boop, 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 all the whole time. She just enjoys it, and she does a really good job. Darcy apparently likes to keep up with her. So the 2 of them, we all just kind of trotted. And then behind us, the gypsy's trying to keep up, and he's coming. And the Tennessee Walker, I think he's a Tennessee Walker. I think he's a walker. It's either that or he's a foxtrotter. And that one is coming up. So like 4 of us are all trotting down this path, and we're really not supposed to be doing this at Lotta. You're only supposed to be walking. But we're all trotting, and it sounds really cool. And I hear my name being yelled in the back, and I'm like, oh no, because my friend is riding Jarvis, and of course Jarvis, being slow and pokey, he's way in the back. And I turn around in my saddle and I see Mr. Big White and Fluffy running. Yes, running, like a full gallop run. Well, not a gallop. He doesn't ever gallop. He canters. It's a slower form of a gallop. It's kind of like a jog. If you could think about it that way. A trot is a big trot, just like a gallop is a big run, and a canter is a little run, like a jog is a little trot. It's like walking, speed walking. Yeah, that's what a jog would be like. It would be like speed walking when you do the whole arm thing and the little butt thing. I'm not going to show it on video, but it's kind of a goofy, funny, fast walk without being jogging. Oh, I gotta show you guys the sunset. Oh, how beautiful to end the day with this sunset. Hold on, I gotta show you guys. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, let me turn this around. Look at that. Oh, how beautiful. I wish husband was here with his drone. Oh, how beautiful. Oh, there are the boys. Should go out by the street and show you guys. I think I'll go over there. But the boys are over here. They're happy to be home. They are very happy to be home. Right, Darcy? Right, buddy? You can't see Jarvis, but it's right there. Darcy's like, I really don't want anything to do with you right now. You and I, we had a training session. Lots of training opportunities today. Oh, I love it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, see, now the sun's starting to go already. But yeah, training opportunities. Oh, gotta love training opportunities. Now, a training opportunity is exactly as such. I have dandelions in my front yard. That's not good. We'll have to take care of that. A training opportunity is when a horse acts up and everybody else waits while you get your horse's head together. Training opportunity. So we had quite a few of them today. Apparently, Darcy felt really good today because I gave him some bute. And he felt really, really good. And he was giving me all sorts of grief when he wanted to go back to the trailer and we weren't ready to go back. We were just ready to continue down the path. And yeah, see? Oh, how pretty. Look at that. Now see? That's why I live out here. That's why I live out here. So pretty. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? So that's what a training opportunity is. You take that opportunity to get their heads put back together a little bit. And of course everybody has their, well, you should do this, and why don't you try this? If he's not doing this, try this, try this. Well, this one lady, I love her to pieces. She's a really great rider. She's like, well, try to back him up because that will make him move his feet in a different direction. Okay, that's perfectly viable idea. When he throws his head down, well, let's make him back up. You know, it's not bad for his back, you know, to make him back up with his head down. Well, he's got a pinched nerve in his hip, so he has a hard time backing up. But we tried it. I gave it a shot. And it made his tantrum worse. He not only put his head down, but he shook it. So he's got his head down towards his knees and he's shaking his head. I'm like, what the heck do you do? Right? So, yeah, so basically I figured it out, and that's the thing with training opportunities, is you don't know really what sets off the horse, because, I mean, you know what he's doing wrong, but you don't always know exactly what to do to fix it. At least, I don't. I mean, I'm not a trainer. I mean, not in that sense. But, you have to work through a couple of things to see if it's going to work for your horse. And you just like training a dog. You know, some dogs are very, very treat motivated. Some dogs are ball motivated. Some dogs have their own special toy. So you use that as a reward. Where horses, their release of whatever it is that you're doing is their reward for doing what you want them to do. So I had to figure out, what did I have to make Darcy do and give him the release to keep him from throwing this temper tantrum? Well, since we don't get out and ride very often, like out, especially out in a group, I mean, I think this is the first group, like big group, that I've ever ridden in with him. Ever. Yeah, I'm going to say ever. I mean, he's ridden with Jarvis, Lena once, and Sassy once. So he's been around 3 other horses. And today was like a group of 7, I think. So when he started pulling his temper tantrum, I was like, okay, now how do I figure this out? Well, I figured I'd run him. You know, some people, they run their horses, get their mind off of what they're supposed to do. They run them and they turn around and they run them back. Well, he didn't want to run. So that got thrown out the window. Making him back up with his head, well, that made it worse. So that was thrown out the window. So some people also do circles. You know, if you're gonna not pay attention to me as we're going forward, we're just making you do a couple of circles until you figure out that, you know, this is what I want you to do. You're moving with my body and we're not going to do what you're doing. That works sometimes. Sometimes it works. Sometimes he'll just sit there and flex, which flexing means he just goes like this, you know, and he reaches his back side and then he flexes and he goes like this. It's just bending his neck. That didn't work because he didn't move his butt. He just moved his neck. He's smart. He's not stupid, right? So what I found out, was, oh, he's gonna pee. Was Jarvis is peeing. That if I turned him and faced the other direction, away from the other horses, then he couldn't move. And he wasn't fussy about going where he wanted to go because he couldn't see the other horses. He knew they were back there, but he couldn't see them. So then he starts to creep, take a step, and then he tried to take another step. No, you bring him back, and you give him release when he's pointing in the right direction. And then he tried to take another step. No, you bring him back, and you make him stand in the same spot again until he gives you both his ears, and he starts licking and chewing, and that way you know, sunk in. And now you turn around and you say, see, when you stand this way and I want you to behave and you stand quiet, then your release is that I will bring you back. And that's his trick. So when he starts to throw his head, put his head down, you stop and you face the other direction. Easy. It just took a couple minutes to figure it out. So anyway, we're home. We've got this beautiful sunset behind me. And I'm pooped. I just re-cleaned the trailer and what a mess. I had Cisco, the thoroughbred. He apparently is not used to standing in a side load trailer. So what he would do is he'd turn his butt and he'd stand straight. I mean, in the back. He'd stand straight. And he'd poke his head over the divider and nibble. Do the little co-grooming thing. And he'd nibble on Jarvis's withers. And Jarvis is going, oh, oh, oh. He'd do like the little dance. He wasn't happy with it because he didn't know this horse, and this horse is grooming him and he's stressed out. It was hilarious. But every time I peeked around the corner, all I could see was Cisco's little head, and he's like, hi, and he's got these big thoroughbred ears, and I wish I got a picture of it. I really did. But we all had a great time. Everybody was safe. Everybody was really super behaved. All the horses were super behaved. I mean, Darcy got bumped on the butt a couple times by some horses telling them to move, and he did the same to other horses. Nobody kicked out. Nobody had these giant dinosaur whines and cries, and nobody struck out. Everybody got along, and it was fantastic. I had such a wonderful time, and I'm so glad you guys came along. There's not a lot of videos, so I'm really, really sorry about all that. But I didn't have a GoPro. I forgot. Husband took it. So one of the other girls, Judy, had hers on her helmet. Maybe I can con her into getting some of them. If I did, then they'll be in here. But if I didn't, then they won't be. So I'm going to go upstairs. It is now 7:30-ish at night. And I'm going to make myself some supper because all I've had was a couple pieces of banana bread and one of those little keto bars. It was a really cool strawberry and peanut thing. It's pretty good. And I need some water, a glass of wine, and some steak. So I think that's what I'm going to have for dinner. And I got to make them their supper too. So you guys have a great night. Thank you again for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell. That way you know when I send these every 3 days, it seems like. And thank you again for putting up with these stupid commercials. I went through a lot of them, and I tried to, limit them because they were throwing in like a whole bunch, like all the time. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I can't have so many commercials. That's stupid. So I've been trying to go through all of them. So if there's a lot in a certain one, let me know. Just say, hey, there's too many commercials in here. And I'll try to take it out. But I think I went through like 40 or 50 of my videos and edited it. So, night, Jarvis. Good night, buddy. Such a funny guy. All right, guys. Thank you again so much, and we will see you next time on Summerfield Farm and Draft Horses. And this is how chickens get killed at my house. She has been running the fence, teasing the dogs the whole time. For about, I don't know, about 5 minutes. She's been back and forth. I don't know what she wants. There's no way to get in. I think she wants to get over on the other side of the coop, but doesn't know that she has to walk around, or she doesn't want to walk around. I think she's figured it out. Yeah, she's figured it out.
stories over there.